Hey there, everybody. It's me, Kay, and I'm really sick right now. So welcome to Sick Plays, which is a new thing I'm doing to try and keep content from me on the channel when I'm not feeling well. And it's not like sick plays, bruh, or anything. I mean, I'm actually playing games while I'm very sick. The deal is I'm just going to be playing whatever I'm going to be playing anyway while I'm resting. I just thought I'd talk to people about it while I play. And now, the audio quality won't be as great, and obviously I won't sound as good. You'll hear me coughing and whatnot. I'm not going to bother editing the audio or anything, because this is meant to go up same day, so that there's content. Nori was nice enough to bang out this little image card for me for these well in advance, like a couple months ago, so I have it just in case I need it. And I'm going to be doing these whenever I'm too sick to really work that week. And unfortunately, yeah, Nori and I are just sick with something. I've got some respiratory problems and, fever and some malaise and fatigue, and my lymph nodes are all swollen up. It sucks. Nori's a little bit sick. He's not as bad as me, thankfully. He never gets very sick. So, we're fine and all. I'm just not feeling very good right now and can't really work. I can't manage the, hey everybody, it's me. No, I can't do it. You can tell. Okay, so today, and I should note, these have no continuity. It's just whatever I feel like playing. I know some people want to get content from me specifically as often as they can, so I try to have something from me every week. So this is my way of getting that to you, even if I don't feel very good. As long as I'm well enough to talk and play a game, I can do this at least. I do have content from other LPers on the channel, of course, and that will go up as usual. But if you see a Sick Plays, you probably aren't getting much more than those from me that week, just so you know. If that's a problem for some people, I'm sorry in advance, but that's just how it's going to have to be. This is, as I get older and get increasingly poor health, I'm going to have to do these. Okay, so let's, I was just goofing around earlier. Let me actually make a god here. This game is Dominions 5, which is an excellent strategy game. And you know what? We'll do Middle Ages. Who do I want to play as? There's just a bajillion-ty different guys to be. Actually, no, I want to do Early Ages, because I know who I want to play as. I want to play as Archocephaly. Or possibly Archocephale. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. They're basically ancient mythical Greece. You can read, they're just a collection of city-states. They're the Hellenic states, basically. They use bronze and whatnot. They have some various interesting units. They got Pegasi and stuff like that. In Dominions, you play as a god who's trying to get to be the only one around, because the previous, massive god overlord of the world has died or vanished. And all these pretenders, as they're called, kind of come out of the woodwork to say, hey, I'm in charge now. And obviously they disagree with each other on that. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. So now I need to pick what's called a chassis for my god. How do I want to look? This is going to determine a lot about my combat ability and whatnot. Might do a dragon. That would be good for early game fighting. Or I could do something that would give me lots of bonuses to my civilization, like a statue. There's a lot of choices to be made with this. I kind of like Titan of Heaven. Basically, your Zeus. I mean, they shoot lightning bolts. It's pretty sweet. But I think I'm going to play as a Oracle, and I'm gonna do a Bless build. So here's the deal. This thing is me. I'm a spirit inhabiting a sacred spring. I possess a girl to serve as my instrument, and they are blinded and rendered unable to do anything but speak my will. At the age of 13, they're sacrificed and replaced with a new girl born the day the previous girl was made the voice. I'm immobile, I can't leave my spring, I can possess willing targets to perform tasks like forging items, enchanting, and researching. I am tremendously strong in my own domain and magically powerful. I can be destroyed, but not easily. So, I'm very good at magic. I can see the future, which lets me prevent bad events. Let me turn the music down a little bit. That might be a little loud. Oh, no, it seems fine. I can't actually see, but I can see spirit sight, which means blind is irrelevant. I don't need to eat. I can't move. I'm resistant to being, like, pierced and slashed. Like, maces would mess me up. And then you can see I have different paths of magic. And I have 275 points to play with here. So let's see. Well, I've already got some water. Let's do a nice water and astral build. Astral's like traditional kind of magic and stars and stuff. Water's self-explanatory. And my Dominion will have good luck. It will grow like life grows there, and it's a place of industry and order. There we go. Let's see what kind of bless I can give. Farcaster's pretty awesome. Yeah, that lets people cast spells 50% farther that are blessed by me. And I guess we'll get minor cold resistance and some defense skill. So people that are blessed by me, when I cast my bless spell on them, they'll gain resistance to cold. It'll be harder to hit in combat, fairly harder, +2 defense skill's good, and their spells will travel 50% farther. I'm going to be awake, which means I will exist at the start of the game. I can gain more points by being dormant, which means I wake up in about a year, or imprisoned, I wake up in about 3 years. But I want to be awake at the start because I want to be my main researcher and whatnot. So, there, and we will be the Farseer. Sorry if I'm taking drinks, my throat's really dry. Turn the music down a little bit so that you can hear me, because I know I'm not very loud. There we go. I already turned it down a bunch, but I know I'm just not very loud today. Alright, let's create a world, a random map. Medium's fine. Don't want the wraparound. Sick plays, bruh. We'll add a few AIs here, about 5 players. And I am going to be Archocephali. The other ones will be normal, random characters. Okay, and I will load my god that I've already made, Farseer. Let's not do thrones, let's do conquer all. There we go. Random events are rare, story events are enabled. Let's see my score graph. 20 Hall of Fame, 9 global enchantment slots. You'll understand more of this later as it comes up. I'm just getting it set to my preferences. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, we just wait a moment here while it generates us a map. Dominions 5 is one of these things where if it's your thing and you get to see somebody play it for the first time, there's probably a better than 50% chance that you will immediately run over to Steam and buy it. Because it is, if you like in-depth strategy games, it is positively amazing. We're still generating. It takes a while to generate the random maps. You can get past this by just actually making your own maps, which you can just do in like MS Paint or whatever. It's really easy to make maps for this, as I recall. I have not done it, but I've seen plenty of people doing it. It seems quite simple. But the random generator is perfectly fine for just sitting down to play a game by yourself. You can, of course, play with other people, although it takes some doing. This is not a modern game's online architecture. It is, you know, like you need to open TCP/IP ports and whatnot, and just direct connect to other people. You can't just connect through Steam, although I wish they would do that, but, I mean, this game is based on the engine from the game 2 games ago, or even further back, which was sold via the internet on a CD. I mean, it's old. This one is quite new. It came out, I believe, last year, but it's using the same engines. Okay, so, let's look at our world. Nice and simple. There are 5 pretenders. Only one can survive. They must conquer everything. And I don't know if I'm going to actually play through the whole campaign on video or anything. I just might come in and out of it on sick plays, or I might do something completely different next time I play. It really is just whatever I feel like for these. Let's see here. So this is my territory, Arcocephale. I have a few places here. I got a fort. Forts are good because they let you have some free defenders just chilling out inside of them. They do have to be sieged to be taken, and they give you administration, which means that you gather more resources from neighboring provinces that get channeled into the fort. Laboratories, you have to have them to research or to cast ritual spells. Temples spread your dominion, and they let you recruit sacred things. I have some special places as Arcocephale. In my base here is the Academia, which lets me recruit philosophers, which are interesting units. The Lycaean produces earth gems, 2 of them a turn. You need those to cast fancy spells. Little spells don't need gems, big spells need lots. And I can recruit mage engineers. And Mount Cephalos lets me get Oreads, Windlords, Windriders, and gives me astral pearls and air gems. I don't actually have a source of water right now, which is unfortunate because I have some good paths in water. So I need to start finding stuff. First things first, let's research. I really like Conjuration because it lets me make some cool stuff. It won't let me make anything cool for a while. I have, Astral and Water. I would need to get to... Ooh, yeah, it's going to be a while before I can do any summoning fancy there. Yeah, I might have to wait on that. Okay, so that's not so good. Alteration would get me Twist Fate, which is nice immediately. That gives me basically whoever casts that, the first hit that hits them, don't hit them. Not a lot of other stuff happening there, though. Evocation is more my speed. I cast things like Water Strike and Cold Bolt. Cold Bolt's nice. It's just Beam of Intense Cold, does good damage, long range, much longer because of my Bless. Slime will make their attack and defense and combat speed halved when they get hit by it. So if I shoot my goo at people, they suck. Astral Projection is really cool, actually. This is a ritual spell, meaning you don't cast it in battle, and it costs, like you can see here, Astral Gems. If I research this, I could have my guy, separate from his body and go spy on other places. Although you have to watch out because other astral mages can see, the cord that connects your spirit and your body, and they can sever it, which will mess you up forever. So, yeah, it's a useful thing. As we go on, we get Cold Blast. Rain can be useful. There's some good stuff to be had in here. I might start... Let's see. What would I need for... Just 1 level for some starting spells? Yeah, I'm going to take a research level 1 evocation. Construction is for building artifacts, and I do need to research that because I want to build some. Enchantments got... Protection from cold. Resist magic. Resist magic is pretty sweet. Actually, that stops your squishy mages from getting nailed by a lightning bolt or something. That is pretty significant. What else does it have for me? Breath of Winter. That stuns people nearby you constantly and makes you resistant to cold while it's in effect. That's kind of good. Yeah, let's work on enchantment. Thaumaturgy gives me desiccation. That just sucks the water out of you, which is very bad for you, obviously. Oh, here's where we get the good stuff. Communion Master, Communion Slave. So here's the thing with astral magic. This is what makes astral magic interesting and why I took it in the first place. If you cast this, one guy starts to get all the energy from all the mages around him who are casting Communion Slave. Because magic costs fatigue, he will drain their fatigue instead of his, which means you can cast absolutely absurdly massive spells because some of them have so much fatigue that it would kill the caster. So in this way, you just start sucking the life out of all your minions instead of you. So yes, we do need Thaumaturgy. And blood, I'm not a blood mage, so I can't use blood magic. Blood magic is very specific. I could get into it, but it's hard to get into if you're not already doing it. And it's its own thing. It's independent of everything else. and it works totally differently from other magic. So we have a little army to start with. Got some, let's look at our guys, Peltasts, our light infantry. They're very average stats. They got javelins, which is good. Wicker shield. They're not great, but they do throw javelins, which means you want to just send them on out. They lob their javelin, and they go. And we got guys with spears. Now, these guys have formation fighter, which means I can cram a bunch of them into one square. And that's good. Let's see if I can organize my guys. So we want Peltasts up front at first. They're going to walk up. They're going to throw their spears. It's going to be, let's see here. Yeah, fire. And then if they run out, they will join in the fight. So they're going to just throw their spears, their little javelins at whoever is convenient. And you guys are going to be set up in line formation right behind them. And you're going to just go up and attack. So they'll be right behind them. As soon as they throw their spears, my guys should be right behind them and come in. Okay. I could alternatively put these guys up in front, and they might catch spears from the enemy or arrows or whatnot, but that does run the risk of my Peltasts actually hitting them when they throw into the melee. So I'd rather have my Peltasts up front. They're cheap. I can replace them if they die. Alright, so that's my army, and that's how that fight. I've decided my general strategy for them, where they're positioned on the battlefield, and what they do. Let's send our scout, Anini's here, to go check out this area. Actually, I want to scout right over here and see if that's a place I could take early, because it's a nice big place. Looks like it's got a lot of population. Has decent resource access. I want to take everything adjacent to my capital. That's called my cap circle, which funnels all those resources into my capital, because I got the big castle there to suck them up. Now then, I also need to do some recruiting. Now, I need mages, because I need research. So what kind of mages do we got? We got Melissa. They are cool because they can actually heal people who have, like, permanent afflictions, like they've lost an eye or something. Their magic lets you heal. They're sacred, which means they can be blessed. Non-sacred units cannot get my bless. Bless is a spell cast by priests. They are themselves priests, which means they can cast bless, which is great. They are guaranteed to have level 1 nature magic, and they have a 100% chance of getting either 1 more nature magic or 1 air magic. I kind of want at least a couple of those for my army, honestly. So let's see. That would get... Yeah, that's all I can get from the commanders, because they cost commander points. And I want me some more Peltasts. Yes. As many as I can afford. There we go. Okay. Now I, since I can, am going to do some research. And that should pretty much be my first turn. It's a very slow game. Yeah, I know you're not doing anything. I don't want to send you out blind. I want to get some info. Atlantis is one of the races, or nations in the game, and Vukan the Coral Commander is now the prophet of Vukan. Well, that's an original name. The Most High, Prince of the Sacred Eye, Master of Might. From his titles of his Pretender God, you can get an idea of what he might be like. I'm guessing he's got some astral because of Prince of the Sacred Eye. Could be interesting. Okay. So, I want now to see what we see here. Okay, it is Bloodhinged Druids, Foul Spawns, and Vine Men, and a Draco Lion here. That's some bad shit. We ain't gonna attack that just yet. Let's instead send our dude on maybe over here to look at these 20 heavy infantries and archers. Now, I might be able to take heavy infantry. I might be able to do that. That's not unreasonable. Here we've got Lion Tribe. Lion Tribe's no joke. We got This is because I'm seeing all this stuff because it's in my Dominion now. It's noted by those golden borders where my Dominion is. That's where my god has any power at all. And if you look up here, you can actually see this candle, which means I have like X amount of Dominion strength there. I don't have a tremendously powerful Dominion strength in general, but I can raise that by building up some temples and having priests do stuff. Some other nations can sacrifice like slaves and stuff to build their Dominion. There's one based on ancient Aztec civilization that its only way to spread its Dominion is to sacrifice people. It's really powerful. So we've got 21 research a month for me. We'll have our first evocation stuff very soon. Okay. So I want to add my peltasts to my army. Boom. Got a nice big wave of them there. Menesimeus is our supporting unit here. What is... Oh, yeah, that's their amount of supplies they need. Here's the thing. Units have to eat, but these Melissas, they give you 10 supply bonus because of their magic, because they have nature magic, which just lets you just generate, like, fruits, I guess. I don't know. So she actually is consuming -9 supplies. These guys, for example, because there are 50 people, are consuming 50 supplies. Things like giants need way more than 1 supply per turn. If you don't have supplies, you start to starve, and it means diseases will kill you. We got woodsmen and woodsman blowpipes. I might be able to take woodsmen and woodsman blowpipes with my army. We're going to send... Not my god. My god can't actually even move, in fact. We're going to send my army over there to take that. You need to be aggressive in dominions. You can't just afford to build tall, especially since the only way to win the game I've set up is to conquer every province. But I do need to set my spells. So I would like to cast specific spells. We could cast... What's Purifying Water do? That just screws up undead. I'm not fighting undead right now, so I don't care about that. Blessing's irrelevant because I don't have any sacred units except her, and I don't care. She's not important to me. Air Shield protects them from incoming missiles. Yes, that would actually be pretty good. I believe that Air Shield 80 means that an 80% chance that the projectile will just not hit. So let's cast some air shields. Honestly, she's going to do it on her own, so I don't need to set her to cast specific spells. She has so few to cast right now. So she should be fine. I'm going to just have her cast spells. That's her job. And his is stay behind troops. Because if I lose my commanders, everybody under them retreats. It's very, very bad news. You don't want to do that. Okay, so that's pretty much... Oh, I got to do some recruiting here. I want probably another Melissa right now, and now I want some Cardaces. Those are my spearmen. Can't get that one. Okay, I'm limited by gold, which is accumulated every turn. Resources, which are not. They're just how much you have available each turn. And then recruitment points, which are based on your population. Holy points are for recruiting sacred things. Commander points are for recruiting commanders. Right now, I don't have a lot I can do because I'm very small and weak. But we're going to have a fight this turn, and we're going to see how we feel about that. Blowpipe dudes. I got some shields, so that shouldn't be too bad. I'm done with my level 1 evocation research. And this fight went really good, actually. We absolutely mangled those woodsmen and the Woodhinge druid that they had leading them. 4 peltasts died. Big whoop. Big whoop, I say. Let's actually see the battle and see what specifically happened. Now, you can see my dudes are set up here. I'm going to actually make some changes here so that you can see very clearly. Squares. Show grid. No, I don't need to show the grid. And let's get a detailed battle log. You can actually look at every single unit that participates in every battle and what they do, like how their health is, their fatigue, any EXP they gained. Every individual unit does actually gain EXP and get stronger as they gain levels. And any status affecting them, who they are, what they've done. Okay, so. There's my lineup of guys. I got my big line of peltasts. They're going to lob spears. The guys behind them are going to try to mop up. We got, these are woodsmen. They have daggers and short bows, so they're pretty much all range. These guys are blowpipes with daggers and blowpipes, yeah. I'm assuming that the blowtype, I'm really sick. I'm really, really sick. Yeah, they have a paralyzing poison loaded in their blowpipes. And this little asshole right here is a Woodhinge Druid. He casts magic. He's basically like my Melissa in a lot of ways. He's just a level 1 nature mage. Whereas my Melissa is actually much better. She is, in her specific case, this Melissa is a 1 nature, 1 air. They could come in the 2 nature variety depending on what they roll when I create them. So, we're going to see how this goes. We're going to play it slow. So, he's over there casting Bark Skin on his dudes. I'm going to cast Air Shield. That's going to make me more protected by, so she's not going to get shot anytime soon. Here comes Blowpipes. You can see people getting hit. They're taking damage. All damage is calculated in full. This person, for example, is now weakened forever. They will lose strength. They took a battle wound that weakened them. This Peltast is forever weakened and will have -4 strength, which means their strength is now shit. 6 is terrible. However, my Melissa can cure afflictions, which means she can actually cure those, so they're not permanent for me. She will cure them on my units. For some reason, these poor morons are coming in, and they're going to get massacred, because here comes boom. Yeah, they're dropping. They lost a couple guys there. I lost a Peltast just now. My spearmen are running up now that my Peltasts have thrown. Thankfully, I have shields, and they don't. Those shields are stopping a lot of these projectiles. The Woodsman unit has lost about half their health in total, like of their total stack of guys, so they're retreating. They're routed, they're going to leave the battlefield. They're not fighting anymore. I'm going to continue to chase them, but they are quite done. And I believe I cast a Vine Arrow, which you can see from my Melissa is now on its way over. I think it's after him. It missed. But yeah, she's got crazy range. She's casting more Vine Arrows from across the map. Because she is sacred. I'm betting she blessed herself. Let's see. She indeed is blessed. So she's got that huge range right now. And you can see cold resistant. Yeah, she's got her bless on. So that's actually nice. If I wanted to make several Melissas, they could kind of be like artillery. If I can get some better spells for them too. Alright, so my spearmen have just closed in. They're starting to kind of spread around the remaining woodsmen. The blowpipe guys are all dead at this point. We lost a couple dudes right there to some point-blank volleys. You see this guy here, he's actually entangled by a spell. He can't actually do anything right now. And their morale is crumbling, by the way, because they're losing the fight. There goes some right now. I think they're leaving. I think they're just on the way out. Yeah, this guy's messed up. He's forever weakened. You can see they're all retreating. The only person who's not running is the Woodhinge Druid, and he's about to get myrtleized because he's wearing pajama robes, and I'm coming for him. He should really run, but he ain't gonna. And poke, poke, poke. Yeah. That little spear poke was enough to nearly kill him, because they only have, like, the tiniest amount of... They have 9 HP. Everybody understand, they have 9 HP, and my weapons could easily deal, like, so much damage. The thing is, you roll, like, your damage, and if you roll max, then you roll again. It's just like exploding crits. If you roll max on that roll, you roll again, and you roll again, and again, and again. So it's actually possible for a single slinger to kill, like, a dragon with 1 sling stone. It's just absurdly unlikely. Alright, so they've all run away now. Battle's over. And we myrtleized that druid. So we can see that Melissa actually killed somebody with one of her vine arrows, in fact. My Cardassies, my spearmen, I have 15 of them, and they managed 10 kills. The Peltasts I had 34 of. They managed 10 kills and lost 4 guys. So you can see the clear difference. The Peltasts did good, but the Cardassies didn't even lose anybody. It's pretty impressive work. The Woodsmen were the real threat on the battlefield. They're the ones who killed my Peltasts. The Woodhinge Druid did basically nothing. He just never got anything done. And I cured some battle afflictions with my Melissa. So that's good. Now, if we want to look over here at my army, let's check them out. I believe it's... Is it... Oh, hang on. I think it's W to see wound. I don't think I have any wounded guys. So I think everybody's good now. Oh, no. He's wounded. He has a never healing wound, and he has a weakened. And he's fine. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. The Melissas will heal those over time. Every month, I think they can handle 3. And I'm about to get another Melissa to join them, so... your name is Podarge. Okay, great name. I'm going to send 10 of these spearmen with you and have you go join them here. I'm going to give them a turn to finish healing up my dudes. And I'm going to reinforce them with her. She rolled differently. She rolled the second nature, so she's actually a level 2 nature mage, which means she can cast level 2 nature magic. Whereas the other one can only cast level 1, but she can also cast level 1 air magic. So, I want to recruit some more units. I think I would like another Melissa. I would like about 4 of them, probably, traveling in my main army. And then I'd like to get something better as a commander, maybe a chariot commander. Actually, let's see. We got Myrmidon champions can lead how many people? 80. Chariot commanders can lead 60. They have chariot. Icarid champions can lead 60, but they can fly. Skeptics can't lead hardly anything. Windlords have good leadership of 80. Wow, Windlords. Damn. Windlords are kind of cool, actually. And Oreads can't do much. Okay, so I don't actually have a lot of great leaders. I may need to summon something that has great leadership or create some equipment that would give me more leadership. Although, if my commander lives enough, through enough battles, I mean, he's going to actually become a better leader himself. Right now he only has 80 leadership, but he might end up with like 120 or something as he gains some levels. Let's see here. He can't lead anything magically, can't lead undead or demons either. Okay. Okay. I'm fine with how I'm looking there. And, of course, my my Melissas can actually lead 10 people. So they might actually get a little escort, or I might give them some bodyguards or something in general. Just a couple spearmen to keep them from getting myrtleized if something somehow, like, flies or teleports over. Okay, so I am good on research. We're working on construction now, so I can make some basic, low-level magical artifacts. I would like this turn, since we're waiting, I'm going to have you search for magic sites. Since she's Holy 1, Air 1, Nature 1, she can find magical sites of those types. Magical sites give you various bonuses in a place. They're like things like my temple and laboratory, like the academia. They're just special places in a territory. You can't see them unless you search for them, and only mages of the correct paths can find them. Like some are like, for example, Blood 3. You would need a level 3 Blood Mage to find it. And they will find it if they search, but if it's like a Blood 2, they won't find it. You need like a level 3 specifically to find level 3. They only go to level 3, the sites. Mages can go to like level 10. But, let's see here. Gonna do some recruiting here. I'm recruiting my Melissa. I want more. And you notice I have a lot more recruitment points now and resources and stuff because I own this territory and it's funneling its resources into my territory now. So I have better income. We're going to probably move... Ooh, honestly, I kind of want to just jump them right now because there's only 20 dudes there, but I'm going to wait a turn. It might be ill-advised. We'll see. Two commanders are... Which two commanders are doing... Oh, him and my spy. Yeah, let's move my spy. Yeah, we'll just go here. This is a terrifying place. 90 Bear Tribe warriors are not to be laughed at. My army would get absolutely pulped by that. Whereas Bone Tribe. Bone Tribe's not very nice either. This place is just hell, though. These foul spawns and vine men and druids and then a Draco lion. That's not going to be cool. We're going to need some powerful magic to clear that out. Yeah, my Myrmidon champion doesn't need to do anything. Actually, he might. Is there any unrest? Yeah. Why don't you patrol for this turn? He'll take his troops and try to kill any bandits and make the place safe and orderly. Okay. So, we're done with our construction level 1. Abyssia. Ambigor the Warlord is now the prophet of Blasht, the one far above the vessel of might, great hurricane of the heavens. Okay, so he's definitely got some air path on his pretender. Great hurricane of the heavens sounds like air to me. I cured one of those battle afflictions, and my patrol killed 13 filthy brigands and troublemakers. The land is now safe and orderly. That means we're done with problems there. Okay, that's good. And my Melissa searched, but didn't find anything in her paths as a magic site around here. Oh, and an event. A handful of magic gems have been found in a grove in your forest in Arcus Cephali. 6 nature gems. That's really good. Wow, 6 nature gems is a lot. That's pretty sweet, honestly. I can dig it. Okay, so we need to transfer you over here. Thank you. Now we've definitely shored up our supply of spearmen. So, as you are a level 2, you make me curious. Let's actually check army setup. Sorry if I'm a little wonky with how I'm handling everything. I'm just very unwell, as I said. Do you have any special spells that you can cast at level 2 stuff? No, I just don't have high enough level magic. What exactly does Vine Arrow do? It does damage and then it entangles whoever it hits. That's good. Entangle's great, because you can't do anything if you're entangled. Okay, so that's just one person, just shoot at long range. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So they're going to cast their blessings, and then they're going to just spam vine arrows, basically. You notice they don't go in my regular troops because they are themselves commanders. They're very special units, and they're very powerful, and you generally want to keep your commanders alive if you can help it. Oh, I should have attacked last turn, because now there's 50. Ugh. I can't attack across this river. I have to wait till winter for that, and that's Bone Tribe. I could take them, but I can't do it this turn, unfortunately. So we're going to go back here, and we're going to look at having access to our whole cap circle and see what we can find, and just pick up all my troops. Let's go ahead and, in this territory, do some more recruitment. Icarids fly, and they're vulnerable to fire, obviously, because, you know, Icarus. They have mechanical wings, they're not real. They are pretty decent. They'd be good at assassinating commanders on the battlefield because they could fly over to the commander and just gank them. Wind Riders are pretty sweet, though. As are Wind Lords. They actually come with a little bit of magic because they're priests, the Wind Lord commanders do, which means level 1 priest magic. It's not huge or anything. You know what? I'm going to recruit a Wind Lord and I'm going to make him my prophet. I think that would be pretty sweet, actually. That would make them a level 3 priest, and they would have some pretty good crap then. And get some of my dudes here, and let's just throw in some more Peltasts. There we go. That's what I can do this turn. Research is going as normal, and you'll just be researching this turn 2 Effery. Oh yeah, my scout's not doing anything. Duh. I want to find out where people are at, so I need to get him moving around. There we go. Scouts can't be found except by patrolling. So if you run into an army and they happen to be patrolling that turn, they'll usually find your scout and almost inevitably murder them. But that doesn't matter. And I had a crippled guy and he died in the march back home. That's fine. It was just some Peltast. Who cares? In the Great Woods, that place I just took, a large group of non-faithfuls have decided to immigrate. Part of the population has left their homes in search of a better place to live, and faith has increased the rightful god, the Farseer, god of rivers. So 250 people left, but they didn't believe in me anyway, so the consequence of that is 250 people left, but my dominion is +1 there now, because the people who stayed worship me. So yeah, I actually have 2 candles there. I have quite a lot of candles here because I'm just spreading, and there's no, like, priest here to do anything about it. Okay, we're about to have a big fight. We're gonna go take, what is this place? Druidland. Druidlandia, if you will. Actually, I'm going to take this place because there's only 10 dudes there, and that's super easy. Heavy infantry and archers Heavy infantry sucks, but archers aren't a big threat. Heavy infantry, by sucks, I mean sucks for me to deal with. They have great armor, and some of my weapons might not even be able to harm them hardly. Okay, so let's set up our troops. Just 2 big clumps of peltasts. Drakios is going to have the flyers. Imagine if I could get like 80 flyers in here. Wouldn't it be beautiful? So I'm going to make Drakios my prophet. What that means is he's going to spread dominion like I do, like my fountain does, but he can move unlike my fountain, which is nice. He will immediately become holy level 3, which grants him some pretty powerful magic in the holy path. And he is permanently blessed, no matter what. He doesn't even need to cast it on himself. He's just permanently blessed. He will also get some minor bonuses otherwise. I think he gets tremendous morale. He also can never be charmed or seduced or coerced to the enemy side. He is permanently on my side. There are certain things like succubi and nymphs that can charm commanders to join them, and they'll just leave, and leave their troops just stranded. It really sucks when that happens, by the way. Okay, so I need all of you to come on over here and go after their asses. And I also need to do a little recruiting this turn. I want my 4th Melissa, and I would actually like some Myrmidons soon, but I'm gonna... Oh man, what is holding me back here? Oh, it's gold. Yeah, they're expensive as hell, these Wind Riders, because they're really good. They're like my best troop. They fly and they're sacred. They have 2 attacks per round, one with their Bronze Lance and then the hooves of their Pegasus. They've actually got good armor. They're just great. They were in heavy bronze armor. They're pretty sweet. As opposed to, say, Slingers that cost like 7 gold, 2 resources, and 3 recruitment. This is 55 gold, 27 resources, and 46 recruitment. It's a big difference. We'll also pick up a couple peltasts, I guess. That's good enough. Yeah, I can't recruit very many Wind Riders very fast. It takes some doing. And that is a pretty good turn other than my scout needing to go. I've kind of got a situation where I'm going to need to cross water to get to the mainland. I'm kind of off on another continent here, and that's a little rough for me right now. Yeah, I'm going to send you over. Why can't you go? Oh, because there's a damn river in your way. Duh. That river cuts this whole continent. I can't actually advance across that without amphibious troops, or waiting for winter where it freezes. Or if I were, for example, one of the scales I could have chosen was heat versus cold, which, if it's outside your nation's comfort range, reduces your productivity. But, for example, in a very cold dominion, the river might be frozen even during the summer, and I could just cross it. Yeah, I got nothing for you to do, Chief. Sorry. You can't cross the river till it freezes. There's going to be a big old fight. I made my profit. And Etten and his brother are eating commoners and sheep. The garrison commander has decided to rid the land of their evil. Unexpected event in Great Woods. Okay. And yeah, there wasn't any real defense there, so I'm going to need to retake that because there's an Etten that lives there now. Great. Okay, battle in Ivermore. We'll go deal with that Ettins shortly. Okay, so looks like I lost some Cardaces, but everything else worked well. Let's see what happened here. Because they had 20 dudes, just archers. Oh, there were some heavy cavalry that I didn't find out about either. That's nasty. Okay, so we got my Melissas. They're going to chill out here and cast some vine arrows for me right now. Yep, there they go. And some air shields in case they eat an arrow. Those heavy cavalry are not cool. One of them just ate, I think, a crit and bit it immediately, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the cavalry's getting eaten alive. They just couldn't do anything because they got surrounded by a bunch of dudes real fast. Each guy can only attack one person in one tile, so, I mean, unless you have some special traits. These masked up guys, since they're size 2, you can fit 6 size of people in one square. But my guys have Formation Fighter, which means they can fit 1 extra. So 4 guys in a tile means you'd have to attack at least 4 times to wipe out that tile of dudes. And yeah, those heavy infantry, they got absolutely swamped and then massacred. Back here is their archers and their commanders. That cavalry guy's just like, peace out. I think one of the commanders is bailing. Wow, he morale broke and ran. That commander's just like, hell with this. So you guys have fun. He's not running. He's got problems. Let's speed it up a little bit. Yeah, I think the fight with the heavy infantry and the heavy cavalry were what killed a couple Cardaces there. And then these archers are just getting mangled, yeah. Once the blob of troops hits, it's all over. And then he ran off, yeah. Screw him anyway. Okay. So, yeah, it was the heavy infantries and actually some friendly fire javelins that killed the Cardaces there. And 2 of them died to friendly fire, and then the heavy infantry got 1. That's fine. They're dirt cheap. I don't care about losing them. They're chaff. It's the, like, the Wind Riders and stuff that I'm going to use that I'm going to be sad if I lose any. And then, who was good? Peltas got a bunch of kills. With the Melissas, again, Vine Arrow got somebody. I think it was one of the commanders, actually. And then the Cardaces got about 8 dudes. Not bad, not bad. And then, I think 1 guy ran away. Okay, so. Yep, that would be an Etten. Okay, asshole. Oh, I found something here. There's a lava lake here producing 1 fire and 1 water gem per turn. That's beautiful. Now, ouch. Now, the thing is, I want to keep this place. So I'm going to set up some province defense. Costs gold, one-time purchase. Like level 1 costs 1 gold, level 2 costs 2 gold on top of that, and then 3 costs 3 on top of that, for example. But you can see the defenders that are getting built here. I'm going to drop like 10 province defense here. That should be enough to take out an Etten. And then my army's going to move back. I keep thinking his name is Quiznos for some reason. Stupid. But I'm going to move my army back. The Melissas thankfully clear up some of the battle injuries that happen in between that there. That lava lake, for example, you probably would have needed like a level 2 fire or something. That's probably like a level 2 fire. It's given 2 different gems. It's pretty sweet. But I happened to actually know about it because they knew about it, or I had somehow scryed it, or it was just very obvious because it is a lake of lava. So, that's a possibility. Now then. What do we got here? What I want to do? Yeah, I'll send everybody home. Army set up. Let's give you that. Okay, have you gained any experience yet? Can you command more people? No, of course not. So 3, you could hold maybe like 4 more guys. So let's do a little recruiting here. It's time to get some good mages. Skeptics are not good mages. Skeptics are interesting because they actually have the ability Heretic, which means they go to an enemy dominion and they screw it up. They actually lower the dominion in wherever they are because they don't believe in stuff. And you'll have to patrol to root them out and kill them. They are, however, old. Humans start old age at 50. They are 60 years old coming out the gate. And that means they have bad stats, big penalties to all their stats, and they have a chance to gain an affliction every year until they eventually die of old age. So, yeah, they will peter out pretty fast, but they can be useful. Mystics. Now, Mystics have a research bonus. They get +1 to their research automatically. They have some astral magic, and they have a chance, 100% chance of getting either 1 fire, 1 water, 1 earth, or 1 astral. And then a 50% chance of getting a fire, a 50% chance of getting a water, and a 50% chance of getting an earth. So they can actually come out the gate with, they'll get 1 of these, 50% chance of getting 1 of those, I believe. They have 2 possible additional points of magic that they could have. So they can be cool. Engineers. Engineers, if they're in a castle, they count as 25 people defending it because of their engineering skills. Siege bonus, they count as 25 people sieging for the bonus of how fast it takes time to lower defenses. They're old as well, and they're masons, which means they can actually improve forts beyond what is normal by 1 step, which is cool. They're completely worthless outside of sieges or forts, and they're old, so I don't use them much, but they do have their use. Philosophers, They actually improve their research when you're not productive, if you don't have productivity skills, and they're worse if you have productivity scales. They're old, and they have 10 research. They're just researchers. That's it. Mage engineers are engineers that also have spells. They start with air and earth, and they have a 100% chance of getting 1 point in one of these. So they could be pretty nice. They're also old. Now, Oreads are where it's at. These are some bad girls right here. They've got seduction, which means they can steal male commanders for your side. They give you 30 supplies. They themselves heal their own afflictions. Yeah, and they are good in mountains. They're stealthy. They're resistant to poison. They have awe, which means you basically have to pass, at awe 6, you have to pass a massive morale check to actually strike at them because they are so beautiful and powerful. You're just in awe of them. For most people, things like undead have like 999 morale. They don't give a crap about awe. It's a very remote chance that they will lose that roll. But many, like humans and stuff, are going to have a hell of a hard time even actually forcing themselves to strike her. They're sacred. They got 2 air, 1 earth, 3 nature, and 100% chance that they're getting either an air, a water, a earth, or a nature, and then a 10% chance to get 1 more of them. That's pretty gnarly, and they have great research. Yeah, we would like to get them. They cost 4 commander points, which means it actually takes 2 turns to get them, and they cost 395 gold. So I can't even get them yet. I'm going to save up my money a little bit. I'm going to grab a couple peltasts. Or not peltasts, the spearmen. Because I want to fill out this army for taking on this damn Etten. Ugh. Stupid Etten. Had to take my province. Little jerk. Okay. That is pretty good for this turn. Again, I can't really move my scout anywhere because I can't get down here to find anything. And yeah, that's about it. Construction level 2. Wait, construction level 2 is coming about 3 more turns with my current research output. Well, in that case, you can't research. You don't actually have magic paths. You just have holy. Yeah, it's pretty good. Fair enough. 2 commanders are doing nothing. Wait. Oh, yeah, you're not doing anything because you can't do anything yet. I'm waiting for my army to get here. New famous hero. Ah, that's my commander. His brave deeds and his unbreakable skin are now told stories of by bards and storytellers all over the world. Huh. So he has unbreakable skin. That means he has increased protection. He has gained enough combat EXP that he is now heroic. He is put on a special... Where is that? No, it's not there. Is there statistics? Hall of Fame, yeah. You can see him there. Oinomaos. He has 14 EXP, which has put him on the Hall of Fame. I think once you pass 10, you qualify for it. We can see that Abyssia has already lost one of their dudes who was on the Hall of Fame. He's dead now, and an independent dude named Durnan is dead but was on the Hall of Fame. Hannibal's a mercenary. Somebody's using mercenaries. Great. Okay, so, yeah, I have Unbreakable Skin on him. As long as he's in the Hall of Fame, he'll keep that. And I think I've put like 20 slots in the Hall of Fame, so there should be plenty of heroes. So Unbreakable Skin is going to give him plus to his protection, I believe, which is right there. Yeah, plus 3 protection. That's pretty good. You have to overcome their defense skill to hit them, and then you have to overcome their protection to damage them, basically, if I remember right. It might be the reverse. No, I think it's the way I said. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our dudes on in. We got a nice little army chilling out here. Let's go get us an Etten. And now can I get my Oread? Yes. Turn after this coming one, she'll be recruited because she takes 4 commander points and I only generate 2 a turn. She's going to become a major player for me. She's going to do a lot of item crafting once I get my stuff here. Which reminds me, did that extra research for a turn push me? Yes, I'm going to get it this turn instead of next turn. All right, here we go. we got Ettins. Yeah. Research construction completed. Okay. That went really well. There were 2 Ettins, and we absolutely kicked their ass. My Windlord Prophet just flew on in and wrecked some dude. Let's go ahead and look at this so you can understand why Ettins are an issue. Okay, Ettins are complicated. All right, they have 2 heads, first of all. They got unsurroundable because they have their 2 heads. Surrounded units generally get a penalty when they're being attacked by multiple groups of enemies at once, but they can be surrounded by 2 enemies and not receive any penalty. They're ambidextrous, which means they don't get a penalty to wielding 2 weapons, although this person only has 1. He has a great club. Undisciplined, which means you can't put them in like those formations, like my guys are in lines and stuff. They won't do formations. They got forest and mountain survival, so they're good in those places. But notice the 82 hit points there. I want to point out 82 hit points to you and 26 strength. That is a lot of damage right there. Their basic strength at 26, that's huge. A human has 10. They are size 6, which means they can only fit one of them in a square. What was it, like 80-some hit points? Here's a Peltas. He got 10. Yeah, my commander, my prophet here only has 19. It's not pretty. It ain't pretty. But yeah, my Windlords flew over immediately and started just going ape on these 2 Ettins. And they are hitting them, doing good. They are surrounded, but their unsurroundable is making them nastier. I got entangled, I think, by a vine arrow from one of my Melissas going astray. And then it's just crazy town. Yeah, that one got nailed by... What just hit him? Holy cow. Oh, he cast Banish on one of them, I think. I think he banished one because he's a level 3 priest. They have basically a smite. And then he got shot to death. So that was that. They got absolutely wrecked because I had a huge force and they got pinned down by the Wind Riders immediately landing next to them because they take off at the start of the fight and then they land where they want to go and then they start fighting and they will hold down people pretty good. So the 4 Wind Riders held them down while the Peltas pelted them, which is where we get that word. And then my Cardaces closed in. The Windlord cast some spells and we just shot some spells at him with our 4 Melissa. And then we cured the battle affliction that happened there. Unexpected event, found some earth gems under a huge rock. And, okay, the Farseer has foreseen a major event that will occur in 6 months because I have that future sight ability with my Pretender. So a solar eclipse is going to happen in 6 months. Okay, that's going to make the world dark on that particular turn, which only units with dark vision will be able to see and fight well. That's very important to know. If I, for example, had dark vision troops, if I were playing another nation like Zabalba that has a lot of dark vision, I could take huge advantage of that knowledge on that turn and be almost unstoppable in a battle against regular people, for example. But to me, it just means don't go fighting on that turn. I'm going to put some Providence Defense here to prevent any further tomfoolery from Ettins or anything else. 10 Providence Defense should be able to deal with minor issues. And we're going to move on down here, I think, and just keep on conquering. We're doing just fine. We didn't even lose anybody, so we should be able to take that area easily. Next turn, we're going to get Our Lady to show up, I believe. Yeah, and I can actually forge magic items now. So, I can only forge stuff that I have, the construction research level 4, the correct magic paths on the person forging it, and the requisite gems. So I can make like an ice sword, for example, which would give me some magical ice damage on a weapon. Or an ice lance, which works the same, but is a spear, and therefore has the ability to fend off attacks from a little further away, which is nice. Enchanted sword is just straight up a little bit extra magical damage. Enchanted spear works the same way. Here's a coral blade, because I've got water paths, that actually has the draw blood effect, which anyone wounded by the weapon will also be struck by draw blood. And draw blood is special magic damage that so they bleed from it and it doesn't staunch very easily. That's pretty cool. Okay. So I could also make two-handed weapons like the Enchanted Pike and the Ice Pebble Staff, for example, which, what would that do? That would give me the numbness spell. So I could just give that to my Melissas, for example, and have them cast numbness for free. Shields. We got enchanted shields and ice aegis. That would give me protection from ice, probably. Yeah, cold resistance and ice protection. Prevents me from being frozen. And it's just a really powerful shield in and of itself. Enchanted helmet, you know, it's just better protection. Ice helmet, you get the picture. Then there's things like Shambler Skin. This would give me water breathing on somebody. So if I put that, for example, on my scout, he could travel across the river because he could just walk under it. Any interesting boots? Boots of water walking would let me walk over water. That's nice. Trinkets, I got a Ring of Frost. Rabbit Foot Charm gives you basically twist fate effect on you. That can be very handy for squishy people that you want to stay way the hell away. Ring of Water breathing. Pendant of Luck gives you the luck ability, which is just nice all around. And Flask of Holy Water lets you basically cast Bless on yourself instantly at the start of battle for free. And it's permanent. You can just keep that, and magic items aren't depleted by using them. But I would actually kind of like to make some stuff for Drakios here. Let's see what all he can have. He could have a weapon, a shield, well, or a two-handed weapon, head, body, no boots because he's mounted, and 2 accessories. So, yeah, I would kind of like to actually craft you some things. I want to see what all I can craft with the mean lady that's coming real quick, though. Because she has different paths than me and can do some different crafting. Ah, the Battle of Druidland. Well, Akardasi died. Or Akardic. I'm not sure how it would be in there. The Lion Tribe lost just everybody. They got wiped the hell out by my Wind Riders. Let's just view it real quick as we close out here for the day. And just see how they did. Because my Wind Riders, they go like, shoop, and they're gone, and they're going to land. Zoop. Hello, we are stabbing the hell out of your archers. Yep. And they sure aren't doing much to us. Oh, yeah, those Wind Riders are absolutely massacring those poor archers. Look at them bail. The archers bailed. They're like, nope, hell no. These guys, they've lost so many troops to the Peltasts throwing spears that they're bailing. He's getting free licks in while they're going. And this poor witch doctor's just like, I don't know what the hell to do, guys. Why are you running away? Oh, hi. Bloop. Dead. Yeah, that was over in a heartbeat, and it was brutal. We lost a single spearman to something. One of the warriors managed to get a kill. The warrior was their commander. The witch doctor was like a mage. Yeah, their commander got a kill on me. 15 kills on the Wind Riders. Yeah, they just wrecked face. The Peltasts, the Kardasis barely even got to fight. I mean, those Wind Lords, those 4 Wind Lords just mowed down so many people. Or Wind Riders, I'm sorry. So yeah, that was cool. Let's go ahead and stick some Province Defense there as well. Province Defense is raised up from these people, so I'll be getting Lion Tribe people as my defense here. Although I'll have a Myrmidon commander like Quiznos here for it, because that's always from your nation. Okay, so is there anything? There's more Lion Tribe down there, and I ain't real scared of Lion Tribe now, let me tell you what. But it's not in my cap circle, so I'm not worried about it immediately. I want to get everything in my cap circle. A lot less the real bad shit over there. I might try for him. I'm going to just see what she can actually make, since she has nature and earth and air as various things. So let's see what you got. Yeah, she has a totally different array of stuff. She still has water, so she has the ice stuff. But Sling of Accuracy. That has more damage, and it has better precision, which means you're less likely to not hit where you want it to go. Black Steel Sword is just a very powerful weapon. Hardwood Club is, again, just a powerful weapon. It's nature. Ice Mist Scimitar. Ice Mist Scimitar is pretty sweet. That needs water and air path, which is why she can make it, but the other guy can't. Ice Mist is a fatigue damaging area effect thing. The person wielding the scimitar is protected, but people near him are not. So you would definitely want to have cold resist on people that were fighting alongside them. We've got various things, Sword of Sharpness, you know, Weapon of Parrying. Eye catcher, that's a fun one. If you hit somebody with it, you immediately take out one of their eyes permanently. Unless you have the ability to regenerate it or, you know, have, like, those Melissas healing you. Okay, so Vine Whips are fun. Thunder Whip, now that sounds fun. Ooh, okay, so that would chain lightning anybody that you strike. It would chain into other people around them. That's pretty sweet. Ooh, that is pretty sweet. I kind of want to give one of those to my Windlord and send him in there. Got some nice stuff there. Gloves, gladiator, various weapons. Eye shield. Anybody who hits this will be blinded permanently, I think. And various shields of stuff. Weightless kite shield. It has no encumbrance, but it's pretty sweet. Kind of want to make one of those, honestly. I think I'm going to forge that and actually give that to my prophet. That would benefit him. And you... Is that the Twist Fate one? Yeah, I'm going to make a Rabbit Foot Charm for him, too. I got plenty of gems of various types. I think those are both using Astral Pearls, which I generate freely, so I'm not concerned. Now that the rivers are frozen... Oh my god, the rivers aren't frozen yet. Damn it. Come on. Oh, no, they are. Okay, good. They are actually frozen. Good. I wasn't sure, because usually that turns a lighter shade, but I think that is the shade it should be. I'm going to go down here, because I want to see this stuff. And that's about all the time we got, so I hope you've enjoyed this look at Dominions 5. I'm probably going to be sick all week, so I'm probably going to play some more Dominions, because I do like it. I will see you all either in another Sick Plays video, if you're into it, or when I feel better in some new stuff. Bye-bye for now, everybody.